Welcome back to Magoo's Views. All right, y'all. So this is some movie news. This is something I never knew. I never knew, but I want to come here and talk to you guys about it because this actor does have a repertoire of like turning down certain movies that turn up to be really big. I'm talking about Will Smith, one of my favorite actors of all time. But anyway, man, it's coming from Billboard that Will Smith turned down Christopher Nolan's Inception. I never knew that, bro. I never knew that. Will Smith turned down Inception, and it goes on to say that Brad Pitt also reportedly turned down Inception before Leonardo DiCaprio took it over. Now, looking back on the movie, man, Leonardo DiCaprio absolutely killed that. He destroyed that. That performance was amazing, man. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. Inception is a fantastic film. But now that I think about it, I'm like, bro, that joint went to Will Smith first, then to Brad Pitt, and they both turned it down. Then when it went to Leo. So yeah, man, we're gonna read the article real quick. But overall, I'm gonna get towards the end because Will Smith has turned down a lot of big budget movies in the past. But anyway, man, this article again is coming from Billboard. It says Will Smith has been open about his regrets over turning down The Matrix. That's one film. He did turn down The Matrix in the 90s because they did go to him first. You guys remember in the 90s, Will Smith was a huge actor, bro. Huge, man. And I want to say at that point, Independence Day came out like in 96. And I want to say Men in Black came out the year after. So you had those two movies, and The Matrix was 99. So, man, he could have had a crazy stretch, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he did the Wild Wild West. But if he had The Matrix, that's amazing. But anyway, it says Will Smith has been open about his regrets over turning down The Matrix. But there's another blockbuster that got away about 15 years ago. Jesus, it's been about 15 years since Inception. That's crazy. Smith sat down with Kiss Extra over the weekend when he revealed that Christopher Nolan offered him the lead role in 2010's Inception, but he didn't get it and passed on the sci-fi thriller. I don't think I've ever said it publicly before, but I'm going to say it now because we're opening to one another. He said, after revisiting the pain of overlooking The Matrix, Chris Nolan brought me Inception first, and I didn't get it. I never said that out loud. So he's like, he didn't get it now. One thing about Inception, bro. Inception is a great movie, but it's cerebral. That's one thing I love about Nolan's movies. They're very cerebral, man. It gets you to think. It's not going to be a film where you're going to just catch everything first watch or something. It's something if you come back to it again, you're like, oh, I didn't catch that the first time. So his movies are very cerebral. So I can understand Will Smith reading the script and be like, huh? But goes on to say the Oscar winner continued to peel back the layers behind his reasoning. Now that I think about it, it's those movies that go into those alternate realities that don't pitch well. But I'm hurt by those two. It hurts too bad to talk about it. So he says he really regrets turning down Inception, man. I mean, again, like I said, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Absolutely fantastic film. So hearing one of my favorite actors possibly could have had the role, like he could have had The Matrix. And again, another film Will Smith did turn down. He turned down Django Unchained, if you guys remember. So Django Unchained from Quentin Tarantino, Inception, Christopher Nolan, and The Matrix movies from the Wachowski brothers. So yeah, he turned those down. And it says, goes on to say, per The Hollywood Reporter, Nolan also brought Inception to Brad Pitt, who turned down the offer after only having a 48-hour window to take it. So Brad Pitt only had 2 days to take the role. It says the role eventually landed in Leonardo DiCaprio's lap, and he capitalized on the blockbuster, which grossed over $800 million at the global box office. Nolan's next film, The Odyssey, can't wait for it, is slated to arrive in July 2026. He's assembled a star-studded cast that includes Matt Damon, Zendaya, Tom Holland, Charlize Theron, Anne Hathaway, Robert Pattinson, and Lupita Nyong'o to retell the ancient Greek saga. I cannot wait for that movie. My bad, y'all. I'm back at it. But yeah, I mean, overall, man, that's crazy to hear. Now, we all know, like in Hollywood, there's always this actor turned down this famous actor turned down this role and stuff like that. If you guys remember back in the 80s or something like that, I guess they wanted like Bill Murray to play Batman before Michael Keaton did in the 89 film, which I can't see. But I guess because of that star power, especially in the 80s with Ghostbusters and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, man, Will Smith turned down Inception, man. He does say that, thinking about it on it, he said it kind of hurts to talk about because he regrets it. Inception was a fantastic film, and I think he did a good job, man. Will Smith is a very, like I said, cerebral actor. He can give you those Hollywood blockbuster films, or he can do a movie like The Pursuit of Happiness or King Richard, where he can just get into that other bag of acting. You know what I'm saying? Same with Brad Pitt. So I think Christopher Nolan did a great job of going to he knows actors that are cerebral that can, all right, you can do this action scene, but at the same time, I know you can get to this emotional state. And I think Leonardo DiCaprio is one of the best of all time, and he really did do a great job in that film. So overall, I still love the film, but at the same time, like I said, man, it's always interesting to hear these stories. Like, man, this actor could have had it, or she could have had it. Hey, man, but at the end of the day, it's all said and done. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hope everybody has a blessed day. I'll see y'all soon. Have a good one.